Market now, Sierra Leone with a magnificent equaliser.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sport Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And I'm Jaffa Mans Davis for this edition, and today inside this edition of the program Radio Democracy, they continue for look at the impact of the International Women's Day as we look at inside this holiday, how they happen inside different sports. As today we'll focus on basketball. So we will talk to the director of female basketball na the Salon Basketball Association, Basketball Federation, where go tell you more but how they commemorate time and what's the status of women them from basketball sports in the country. Plus, we go look at how the president-elect for the Scrabble Association don't deny rumor where they go around say the African champion Scrabbler within a salon, Emmanuel King, don't resign for play Scrabble na Salon. And similarly, so we'll give us some match reactions from Lerock Premier League, particularly for the big pick of the week, Usai Mighty Blackpool been play against FC Cologne. This plus your comments and contribution all go make this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. Meet you from wherever you get to from Sonogonosai. The number 077-981-981. Now the number you go use for being part of this edition. The number again 077-981-981 for the voice on the different things that we look at. Or if you can join the conversation on Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page for being part of this edition of the program. With me at the studio for talk on some of the issues them, I get Alhaji Jallo. We're going to for look more on some of the issues that we'll look at today inside this edition. Hello, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yeah, Jaffa, good morning and good morning to listeners them out there.
Plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition. And quickly, before we come to Alhaji, they go online for talk to the director of female basketball na the Salon Basketball Federation, with Natalie Mansaye, and he go give you updates about the current status of women them inside basketball sport and how they commemorate the International Women's Day holiday, or whether they get other plans them. But on the line now we get Natalie Mansaye. We will give you more updates, but with the status of women them na basketball sport. Hello, good morning Natalie, and welcome to the program Sports Update Extra.
Morning, Jaffa, and happy International Women's Day to everyone listening in.
Yes. Okay. Now, give us an update on the status of women in the basketball sports in Sierra Leone. How has it been so far?
Yeah, we're still doing a lot of programming for the sport. We had a training camp over December and January, and today Blythe and Saga Sports are having a tournament for the girls to come out and play. So it'll be 5-on-5, 3-on-3, and that's all happening at Sports Zone today, starting at 2 o'clock.
Yes, for basketball, reaching towards this International Women's Day, what's the milestone that women in basketball have made in recent times?
Well, I think one of the ones I find notable is that there's going to be a lot of leagues, international leagues launched. You have Project B, which is going to be a global league that plays throughout several countries in Europe and across America as well, and in Asia. And then you have the emergence of new basketball leagues for women, for example, Unrivaled League in the United States. And they've even doubled their revenue over their first year to the second year. So there's a lot of interest in the sport, and there's a lot more people engaging in the sport.
Yes. For Sierra Leone, narrowing it down to Sierra Leone, how does this build the pathway ahead of the upcoming season for women's basketball?
Yes, I think it's about getting the young ladies more involved and keeping them engaged in the sport. Obviously, as women, we have a lot of things to balance. And when you get to the high school age and college age, your demands for time are elsewhere. And so for us, it's about building programming throughout the year with the Federation to make sure the women are getting the same opportunities to engage.
With this, I believe most of our listeners will be surprised to hear that we have quite a number of girls that are getting into the basketball sport. What's your message, particularly to parents, in letting their girls be involved in sport, particularly basketball?
Yes, I think I've preached this before on your show, but basketball and team sports in particular build great character for young ladies and the youth in general. And so by having them participate in sport, they're building their social skills, they're building their leadership skills. They're also just keeping physically fit. I think at times we get too sedentary in doing our work. So even getting them outside, that is improving their mental health, getting them more social, having them challenged outside of just the day-to-day. This is what basketball is great for, building camaraderie and friends for years to come.
So with this, lastly, before we go, paint a picture of what kind of competition we're expected to see at the Sports Zone today for women's basketball.
Yes, so it's going to be as they come sign up. So as the young ladies arrive, they'll be able to sign up on their teams. And then they'll compete for 5-on-5, so traditional basketball 5-on-5. And then they'll also do 3-on-3. And it'll be a quick round robin tournament for those games. And then there'll be a queen of the court, which is essentially 1-on-1. And so in those three different pools, there's prize money. And so they're going to split up over 4,000 leones worth of prize money for the winners in those three pools.
Okay, is this open to the public to be part of or see what Sierra Leonean girls can do when it comes to basketball?
Yes, it's of course open to the public. There's a small gate fee, but it's reasonable. I think it's 10 leones for the adults. So we would love for people to come out and watch. I think a lot of people, when we had our last training camp at Sports Zone, a lot of people just came by just to look in and see the girls playing, and they stayed for some time. It wasn't like they just popped in and say, oh, they're playing basketball and left. They stayed because they found it interesting. And so I think, anyone who comes out today will enjoy themselves.
What's the time?
It starts at 2 p.m.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Natalie. We will be there to give more updates on this, but then thank you very much for this update.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much. The program Sports Update Extra, they continue. And Fambul, if you just join me, we'll be going to talk to the director of female basketball, the Salone Basketball Federation. We've been to talk to you about how basketball sport, they commemorate the International Women's Day, and as they say, and get competition where then they organize for give women a chance for showcase their talent. As all this according to then they build up as part of the preparation for the new basketball league season. The program Sports Updates Extra, they continue, and still on the International Women's Day, we see football self been get a clash of the Titan match yesterday between Mogbemo Queens and Ramke Football Club. Also, Mogbemo Queens been get their first loss inside the Marampam Mines Women's Premier League as Ramkebi get a 3-2 victory over them. But more updates on that one, they will come up later inside the program. As now we'll turn our attention for look at more issues before we come and involve we guests now the studio. We go inside the president for the Salon Scrabble Association, Christian Asgill. Don't deny rumor where they go around say Emmanuel King don't resign for play Scrabble sport na Salon. He talked this since our interview with Radio Democracy where it updates the public, but the different thing them where the new executive don't plan for do after we then get elected by Scrabble delegates them this BNTM. We've been talking more about this story. Reporter Mohammed Lamin Kebe inside this interview.
Well, no, a game where you play on a board. No, and now we get some cardboard, we get some galva, we get some good ones that already come out. But they have 100 tiles. On those tiles, you get inscription of letters, and those letters then get some distribution. That is to say, like you get A and 9, A you get B na 2, B you get, C na 2, you understand? But each of them get them value. You get one of the guys Z get 10, but now one get Z, the Q back na 10, X na 8, all over get value. All you need to do are the 7 tiles at the start, and then for each time, except the tiles one out from the back, you have to have 7 tiles. And then you therefore form words on your rack where the tiles are. Alright, and play them and do the calculation. Alright, I wish I'm in the television like demonstrate that. What is about spelling words, connecting them to the already established words, and then you show your scores and all of that. At the end of the day, whoever has the higher of the two, two people in the play, then it becomes the winner.
So you don't say at the sporting discipline. How you go describe the popularity of the game within Salon?
Well, most people when I say that this is not only bookman they play because first the dictionary, so the big way criminally table they play. But now they use mostly they use the soft version of the dictionary where we not table if you don't know section 9, really check challenge word and all that. But so all the words that are contained in the dictionary then we use. You understand? Because just can play any kind of word. We play the word if the person never say that word and believes the word no good. It is a challenge. So that's kind of then they write and all that. So people just say, then we go school. Not to them giving that one day. But most of the people then they find out say, you don't need for good school to that kind of hide it for being professor and all of that. Because the one day they win the world championship, even though they are educated, but they are not the most educated people like the doctor. You doctorated all that.
So now, that would turn your attention to challenges. All sporting disciplines get challenges. As somebody serve as president for this association, what are some of the key challenges?
Yeah, you look at Sina just one. Because we get willing minds, lovers of Scrabble, we're willing for do. And some people, and they know they work. And they play Scrabble well, they are willing to go. But that's the limiting factor. Funding, support, any guy will make them. So, just imagine you, like a me na president, me na player, I do represent the country. Everything, what beyond cost. So, if we get support, you'll find out say more people they will love the game. We want to go, but they're not able for that. Like the one who go to the world, what do you call it? This way Emmanuel King win the Africa Games, what we call Olympics. We go win that gold. We look at and say, no, we cannot just avoid going there. What would the world say? Because the sports authorities that say let out the demonstration sports out. Or say because we go for goodie, let them say yes, we say we not go for us. Now I buy a ticket. Emmanuel King says we be able to buy a ticket. And then one we remember we're late now. Instead of buy a ticket now, we go pay for hotel, and we manage all by we. But then we'll get that gold. You see? So if we don't want to make that sacrifice, that gold for the past.
So talking about challenges and funding, the last conference where National Sports Authority we get to the Ministry of Sports, the Executive Director of National Sports Authority nice after I say, they not go support any sporting discipline, we not get presence now different region them. How you would describe decentralization of the sport?
Yeah, we don't do that because you see, Scrabble, if you go back to the history, anytime we get opportunity for interview them, ask them about the sports that we're very, very compliant. The first one I will tell you what, not because of the other, they will tell us Scrabble. Because when they come, when they actually requirements, they're like, we first register. We let me get what you know, tell them clap for you. You understand? We get. But again, when they come out drag, when they come out this, when they come out school, when everything they come, and then leave your time, and then leave your time, then they go play Scrabble, they play now for fun and all of that. But who say like the Nigerians decide who go win that gold. I mean, Eng na the dinner, the hotel will do the something there. Eng they are the listing them with their leader. They say, look, who gave you $14,000 each to come and win this? But see what happened. Somebody on my mark, there was on assuming somebody, they were actually getting.
Well, that's now the president-elect for Scrabble Association, Christian Asgil, inside the interview. They confirm, say, the woman would go out, say, Emmanuel King don't left Scrabble sport not to two. The program, they continue, and inside the program, we get Alhaji Jallo, which we inside the program. Alhaji, again, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yeah, Jaffa, good morning and good morning to our listeners.
Yes, we're into the International Women's Day celebration week, and we see a lot of very good things that they happen when it comes to sports, particularly with basketball, and you don't listen out to how much progress don't they happen. Before this time, you hardly know, you hardly find able to see women in the play sport or basketball in particular, but now then they get competition. And then they get series of international events. Them way Salon can able for go for projects the sports and the game to the wall and things like that. And we even they see football, the women, the woman. Then they make some massive stride, and we get some very tight encounter over the weekend. But so far so good in sports. How you would describe women's status in sports in the country?
Yeah, and Jaffa. We don't make a lot of progress in women participation in sport, because we don't see the female Premier League, the way how it don't take a momentum. We don't see how the Sarah Queens that we represent Sierra Leone at the U20, where they make a lot of impact and bring Lawrence. I should say, the country don't try a lot for let us see how best women they back now for left behind. And let us showcase their talents there, to the world. And they see now basketball back, don't try for bring out talents them, where they into basketball, especially the women them, where they do basketball, where they play basketball, where they take basketball as their career, because we don't see the female cricket team right now. I think they don't in Uganda for represent the under-19 cricket team. I should say that is a very big one for we female them and where they participate per sport. I should say the National Sports Olympic get for focus on more how for bring out sports activities them to secondary school and primary schools, and so that they were able to select talent people them way interested in a particular sport. For example, if na basketball, say you want play, or volleyball or cricket, you need for showcase your talent, so that and when they do their school competitions, they are like, for example, you get inter volleyball competition for schools, them, especially for the female them, you were able to get a lot of women them where they participate for that one. I should say, and the country don't they try a lot, Jaffa, for bring out women them for let them participate per sport. More especially you watch at the volleyball, see the competition where they take place now, sports zone right now, where now all of the women them they take part by that competition. They're done in a very big one. We say women they go showcase their talent, but let them able to represent the country and internationally, so that they were able to know how for were able to pick out the best female volleyball basketball competition team we go able to represent the country well. Because we don't see them for cricket, they don't go out there, they don't call Lawrence. We don't see them for football. They don't go out there at the U20, they call Lawrence. So hope for Sidentin and they back continue by the other sporting sectors like volleyball or basketball. Jaffa, I should say the country, national sport Olympic, like how they say no more, we need for make tournaments them now primary and secondary schools that across the country, for let you pick out female athletes them way interested in particular sport so that they go able to get a national team we go build up, for participate or represent the country internationally.
Yes, continue for still to inside the program. From that one day, we continue for look at more updates, and still on the International Women's Day, we look at results in football. Outside the Empowerment Women's Premier League match week 13 don't get on the way and don't be completed as the action be start on Saturday. Outside Kaola Queens being vet anger against Venbok FC as they be thrashed them by 6-0. Koya Queens and Patricia Omo Football Club being settled to a 0-0 draw, and Mena Queens being thrashed Malema Queens by 4-0. FC Calon demolish Ashentonians Football Club 3-0. Rising Queens been lost to Salon Police by a narrow 2-1. And then Ram Kamara Football Club being get a return defeat to Mogbemo Queens, winner the league leader, for getting a first defeat inside the Empowerment Women's Premier League as Ram Kamara FC being get a 3-2 victory against Mogbemo Queens. All of this read up very well at the table. Mogbemo Queens, after 13 matches played, just don't lost one game and then get 36 points. Ramke in second position, don't lost 2 games and then get 33 points. FC Calon Football Club female team gets 30 points in third position. In fourth position, Kaola Queens gets 28 points. In fifth position, Sierra Leone Police female team gets 22 points. And in sixth position, Rising Queens, after 13 matches played, get 17 points. Patricia Umu in 7th position gets 17 points. In 8th position, Mena Queens get 14 points. And in 9th position, Venbok Football Club get 13 points. 10th position, Koya Queens get 9 points. And in 11th position, Malema Queens get 4 points. And in 12th position, Ashentonians Football Club gets 2 points. These are how things stand like inside the Empowerment Women's Premier League, inside football. And still with regards to football, they continue for look at more and more issues. But quick updates on Intercommunity Championship them as the Kube Football Amateur Association the competition don't go to finals, and the final go play on Predede. Paparazzi of Couton Road go play against Bonos of Kube na the Keti Field grounds, and then they go play for just 20 Leon according to the organizers them. But away from this, the Leon Premier League safe day on the way, and they continue for look at more and more results them inside the program. Now we'll turn to the Leon Premier League after match week 18. Inside the Leon Premier League, we see a whole lot of very good display them from different teams them, and we've been see also some results that come up. Yesterday, when it been Sunday, we see Old Edwardians been get a very fine time against Diamond Stars at home inside Kono, as Old Edwardians been get a 1-0 victory against Diamond Stars. Bantal done they in flying form as Bantal FC been get a thumping 3-0 victory over Bulom Stars. Wilberforce Strikers settled to 1-1 draw at home to Gusum Stars inside McKinney, and Star Sport done they look rejuvenated after we then get a 1-0 victory against Slipher Football Club. Cambo Eagles of Bow Rangers Cambo Eagles been lost to Bow Rangers by a 1-0, and on Saturday we've been seeing some very interesting fixture. Also, side Mighty Blackpool been come out from behind, forget a 2-1 victory against FC Cologne. Eastern Lions been thrashed Freetown City Football Club by 2-0. That's not how things been turned like on Saturday. But then ahead of that, we'll go now Studio 2 quick for take one of the interviews that we'll do with Mighty Blackpool. Also, the coach for Mighty Blackpool, Coach Musa Jallow, been talked to Radio Democracy, but how much relief will the team don't get now after we don't get a massive win against FC Cologne, we don't get a 2-1 victory. Coach Musa Jallow been talking more to me inside this interview.
Yes, it's a big win because the commitment of the players, the management, it showed this 2 weeks before coming to FC Cologne match. So you make see the reality of the players and character.
What kind of relief for this bring to you, and how much it remove pressure on you after if you don't begin feel like on we forget consistency, but you get consistent defeat, and now you don't get another big one for build up the spirit.
The spirit, like I say, the most important, and the consistency. Not so magic. Look at the number of players in the practice, then the coach can know what they do. If I get 22 players, I'm going to match 20. Every day I get them. And they will know what they do. And what I get them throughout this week at the practice. The energy level show, no absentees, because the club puts great principle and we make everybody abide. So I will say everybody they play part, management, coaches, players. So I believe so this winning it will be a consistent winning, not so for today no more.
You get come back today, but the start of this match, defensive mistake. What in that day boils down to, and how you go react towards that one?
Just off with everything we are seeing into the dressing room. FC Cologne will play long because if you watch them play with a technical to way me back pick up, we left back is short. So when they play, then they bring the ball over in head. So if you watch me, I bring her off straight. I bring how they play the offensive, we get aerial ability. I go up and can at the left. So automatically I can block the area because every ball now I didn't want to play them. So after when they score, I watch it over the default day. So I get it now, then they will play over again. So we'll go man for man, they'll block any chance we will take, and the chance we JKLC they capitalize on now. So that give you the winning.
Coach, Una do come back, but again, the team still they miss a lot of chances, particularly when Una desperate for go up more on the table. How much work they done going into this now for make sure say whenever we give solution towards that?
Be frank enough, these are the biggest problem for Salo football, goal scoring. Not only centre forward they finish, the attacking midfielder, the wingers, because they are also an attacking players. But Salon they always plan in the centralized belief say now the number 9 number for score, whether one they wrong. So this throughout the week we work finishing, even to yesterday, that finish work. Our winger they can full up for finish. So if you watch, you always got today, the 2-1 goal, it's a winger. So that mentality that one take off for they say it's not only the centre forward scoring goals, they come up from the attacking midfielder, come up from the wingers. So that mentality the night for day. So I believe saying today, as he said, the winger give me winning, I not go relent, I go still go back to the drawing board. The winning don't come, but for big consistency, and that's my aim by Mighty Blackpool.
Yes, speaking of consistency, we see a lot of new faces now, the Mighty Blackpool team. What did you talk about on a movement inside the market?
Of course, because you know, say me no meet I come and meet the league don't start. So I meet the players. I like certain players who I let them bring camp. So they bring the camp for me for come back up with the one the way they for now. I believe say with that again they would want to don't bring guys we go get the chain. And the chain work is about how to collaborate for let Mighty Blackpool not struggle like they struggle the past 2 seasons. We not go for win cup now, but they try for maintain we standard. Long not struggle like I struggle before. And I believe say the coming season now we don't get a strong marketing for compete for title. But now how for maintain for the up there to the first 5, 4, 6. That's the main target.
Maintaining for the up now the top 5. Very big task. But as a coach, you don't far for see what you want for seeing this team.
I'm like I tell you, you know they far. The league not so at points. Monday before you were the 8 or 9. Now 5.6 points. With 2 win, it can go up. So now consistency no more. So the points are too close. You said for the first look at 30, 27, then me don't get 21. So 9 points difference. So you see the 3 game, just get the consistency and we get the winning mentality to the team.
Apart from your technical and tactical ability, I believe say you don't notice around the grounds for Mighty Blackpool numbers on the day when we say fans are on the camp. What's message you get for them, particularly with this mean?
It's not football. Football, everybody like winning mentality. But sometimes when a difficult time comes, fans tend to manage. I know say they can find it difficult for manage the situation. But let them believe say they're under a 2 season and they struggle. Me and a young coach just coming to the team. I go try for breakthrough certain decision there from the players them and let them say believe, let them rally behind the team. Any kind of condition they are Mighty Blackpool. You can't take away Mighty Blackpool from those fans. So let them just be patient, believe say we can do them, we're not gonna make them struggle this time around.
Well, that's the head coach for Mighty Blackpool, Coach Musa Jallow. Inside the interview, people can call Coach Yellow Man. They talk to we, but the Mighty Blackpool target for this season, as they say, then target not for win the trophy, but for stay in the top 5 of the Europe Premier League. The program they continue, and inside this edition of the program, the time from the studio clock 10:37. We'll take a quick 1-minute break. When we come back, we can listen to colleague sport journalists, and then we're going to update. But the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup African Division for second qualifiers, Usai Salon, they play Malawi today by 2 p.m. inside the cricket sport. The program they continue, and I will take this break.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as you self go get the chance for add your voice to the program.
The program Sports Update Extra, they continue. 077-981-981 at the number you go use. 077-981-981 now the number you go use for be part of this edition, and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition. Or you join with conversation on social media for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition. As we still day inside International Women's Day Commemoration Week, we they go online now for talk to a colleague female sports journalist for talk to we about how in career na the sports domain Tanlek for be a female sports reporter and presenter. We'll talk to Nene. We did in a sister radio station, and it goes give me more updates about how things Tanlek for and how they commemorate the International Women's Day. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program, Nene.
Good morning, Jaffa. Good morning, Sierra.
Yes, we're into the International Women's Day commemoration week. As a woman being in the world of sport, how is Talek for you?
Well, at 17, getting in there, things don't change unlike before. We now we see the platform, then they don't set the foundation already. So it's not 100% easy because it's still a field that is dominated by men, but coming in right now, we could still say, okay, there is pathway, and we just need for color the track. Usai would know they we need for best add and clear for we said so for go into that. But now we don't see a lot of acceptance. The man they involved, they try for support. We give it the room need to push for go further, unlike before, and we really happy with the sports community accepting and calling in women. You know, having the Minister of Sport being a woman, you don't lay that foundation. They say yes, this is already they accept women. The likes of Aisha Yuanzi and a lot of other women, we don't be in that same platform. They don't lay that foundation already. So right now, I would say it's better than how we did before.
In your career as a sports reporter and presenter, in recent times, how you go assess your development and what you do look forward to as part of your own personal commemoration of the International Women's Day?
Well, for me, in this International Women's Day, I just feel say women therefore continue for seek out opportunities and where they can accept present themselves well and push go before. Because like I said, the narrative don't they change, women they're all around, they pray for they ask for equality and stuff. And so if these opportunities them therefore, get the equality, the equity where they want, I just to say they themselves need for be ready for the change and ready for accept them. And into the sports world, like I said earlier, the platform already don't they? We see of recent the FA as well bringing a program for women them where in this they say every woman will involved in coaching then to get a free, class. So I think say if the opportunity is there, we just need to accept it's not at all easy, but with the zest, with the drive, I believe say this now with time as women and therefore go in accept the opportunities there. So take they can say luck, but sometimes luck not to just like that. Luck now very passion come into the opportunity. Very preparation meet the opportunity, you grab them and you push go before. So I just advise women then for keep going. This every opportunity they come and keep dreaming, keep believing we will surely happen.
Okay, plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition of the program.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that's Nene from Truth Media, and they give you update or your own opinion about how International Women's Day Tanlek and he don't do the sport domain for some time now, but I believe say if plenty people know apart from we not get too much women them again inside the world of sport, and so they're going to look forward for get more numbers. We I believe say then they all go the part of in call way it make to more women for coming to the sport. The program Sports Update Extra they continue 077 981 981. Now the number you go use 077 981 981. Now the number you go use we just wait for take few calls them, and then we try for round up the program 077 981 981. Now the number you go use 077 981 981. Call now and make your contribution and add the voice to the different things they will look at inside this edition of the program. Quick update: Sierra Leone under 19 cricket team go they now inside Uganda, inside Kampala and Uganda, and then they now as then they wait for start up the ICC Women's Under 19 T20 World Cup Africa Division 2 qualifiers, where then go start for play today at 2 p.m. and then first nation where they go play against Malawi, and all the best to them, and I believe say we people and I also going to look forward for give them the support in their way how it possible. But the program now Sports Update Extra, and it only come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. Alhaji Jallo, a lot of updates from women them, but also again we see from football, we see we listen to the interview just now where the manager for Mighty Blackpool they talk about the new target, how they want for the inside the top 5. That one they realistic for you?
Jaffa, everybody we at the sporting sector, you can always say your own determination, either for win the league or not. But in your context, it's a now for let's see how best in go stay relevant now the league, and or keep up in game, so that go able to say how best Mighty Blackpool go able to as the title contenders. I should say that now a very big one for Coach Yellowman, where he himself done they try very well from last season. He still trying to take Mighty Blackpool onto the level where they so right now. So I should say now a very big one for Mighty Blackpool, so that then we're able to continue for do them best.
Okay, we'll take the final caller, or the only caller on this program today. Hello, caller. Good morning. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Good morning. Well, I think we lost our caller. The program, Sports Update Extra, Fumble. We're not going to take any more call again because of time, as time don't see us the between now. Plenty thank you to you, Alhaji, will you be part of this edition and we for giving more insights on the issues they all look at. Again, plenty thank you to all the women them we for giving more contribution inside this edition of the program. To the production team, we headed by Musa Kama, and also plenty thank you to the technical team on duty. DJ Cabs, we make get live from a different you said to them, and Fatimata Samoa, we make see you live on Facebook and YouTube. Sote the next edition, same time, same station. We will bring council on this one. And I'm Jafferman Davis. Have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.